My name is Brock Page and welcome to Throwing Darts. I went 2-0 on my picks for last night's MLB action. That's going to bring my total win percentage up a point to 603. Let's look for more of the same in today's picks. Speaking of which, the Dodgers are playing the Indians this afternoon in a 12 o'clock start in Cleveland. The betting opened up with the Dodgers laying $1.14 on the money line and the total at an even 9 runs. Since the betting opened up, the Dodgers are now laying $1.37 on the money line with the total moving upward to 9.5 runs. Currently, Cleveland's getting a 1.5 on the run line, and at the moment, 59% of the money's coming in on Los Angeles to get the job done. This afternoon's probables: Rich Hill for the Dodgers, Josh Tomlin for the Indians. And speaking of the Tribe, they've struggled to win this past week, going just 2-5 in their last 7. They're also winning just 45% of their games at home. But if you think the Indians are a lost cause for this game, keep in mind that this Cleveland team wins a solid 65% of their games against teams allowing less than 4 runs a game. They're also a respectable 21-17 in the third game without a day off. They're facing a Dodger team who could just be a little jet lagged with this early 12 o'clock start, East Coast start time. Los Angeles is also just 46% in games at the current money line. All that said, the bad news ends there for Dodger bettors, as this team from LA is white hot, winning their last 6 straight. The first place Dodgers are also winning 62% of their games overall and 64% of their games as the favorite. Even more impressive, this Dodger team has a record of 30-20 in their third game without a day off. All told, however, the case can be made for both sides. This is going to be a tough one to pick, so before I select a winner, allow me to procrastinate just a little bit more and slide into some total run breakdown. The last 3 Dodger games have all gone over the posted total. Meanwhile, on the other side, Cleveland's games have gone over the line in 3 of their last 5. These two teams are also averaging 11 total combined runs per game in this series thus far. In addition to all that, both teams are collectively averaging 10.3 total runs per game in their last 4 communally. All that said, the case can be made for the over. But as for now, the time for talk is over. It's now time for me to throw some proverbial darts in my underwear with some severely misguided sports picks in my 2-bedroom apartment. All right, similar to my picks yesterday, I am in fact foregoing picks on the run line and the total. The reason for that is because I am all over this money line pick. In regards to this money line selection, let me remind you that Cleveland's just 4-8 in games when Tomlin makes the start. In addition to that disparaging number, Cleveland's winless this season as the official home underdog, and they're also a measly 8 of 20 versus teams over 500. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Dodgers are a perfect 2-0 against these very Indians, while also winning a staggering 80% of their games versus teams around 500. It's for these very reasons that I think the LA Dodgers at -137 will get the job done for some moneyline cash. I'm projecting a final score of 6-4 Dodgers. All right, folks, with my first pick in the books, we're going to slide into my next and final pick for the show. I'm talking about San Francisco plus 1.5 at Colorado with a total at 11 runs. Currently, the Rockies are the moneyline favorite at $1.50, and at the moment, 81% of the money's on Colorado to get the job done. Tonight's probables at Coors Field: Matt Moore for the Giants, Jeff Hoffman for the Rockies. Speaking of Colorado, they've struggled as of late, going just 1-3 in their last 4. Having said that, this Rockies team is 8-3 in their last 11 and finally come home after 7 straight games on the road. This Colorado team is also winning 61% of their games overall while going 11-7 in games as the favorite. In addition to all that, the Rockies are 17-13 at home while winning 56% of their games as the official home favorite. They're going up against a Giants team who's underachieved recently, losing 4 of their last 5. San Fran's also 3-7 in their last 10, and they're winning a pitiful 34% of their games on the road. It's not just all dark clouds for Giants bettors, however, as the San Fran team is winning a solid 64% of their games at the current money line. They're also winning 56% of their games versus teams giving up around 4 runs a game. All told, the case can be made for either side. But before I make a selection, let's go ahead and take a look at some total run breakdown real quick. Colorado's last 3 games all failed to go over the posted total. In addition to that, 3 out of San Fran's last 4 games also went well under 11 runs. Furthermore, both teams' last 4 games have also been collectively averaging just 9 runs per contest communally. All that in mind, the case for the under can be made. And with that said, the time for talk once again is over. It's time for me to throw some proverbial darts in my underwear with some severely misguided sports picks in my 3-bedroom condo. All right, folks, I'm once again foregoing selections on the run line and the total because I'm loving the action on the money line here. Speaking of the money line, this Giants team is winning just 33% of their games as the underdog and have won just 8 of 25 as the official road underdog. Even worse, San Fran's just 3 of 13 when Matt Moore makes the start. On the other side, Colorado's winning an absurd 86% of their games in head-to-head matchups with the Giants. They're also a perfect, unblemished 4-0 in games when Jeff Hoffman makes the start. It's for these very reasons that I think Colorado at minus 150 will get the job done for some money line cash. I'm predicting a final score of 7-3 Rockies. Well, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.